Atlanta United Fan TV. It was a 1-1 result in Charleston. We showed a little bit more goal in in our showing here today. Better than last Saturday for sure. What did you guys think of the game?
Well, it was pretty bad in the beginning, but I think we have so many new players, especially with Barco coming in. He's going to be a key part of our attacking, and I feel like we have to build that team chemistry up. It's going to be the same as last year, because last year we looked pretty terrible in preseason, and I was like, oh, how's this going to go? But I think we will get it together for the regular season.
I mean, first half, I feel like we needed to find Miggy some actual cleats. He fell a lot. But in the second half, it opened up a little more. Obviously, the Barco goal was side net. Should have been 2 points. Side net. We're going with street rules. But it was a fantastic goal. And we're happy to see that, to actually see him take a really good shot on goal. And it kind of livened up the crew a little bit, I think so. And Lorenowitz played well. I mean, he really held down the back. I thought he did well. LGP had some great stops as well. I feel like every game now, LGP is just becoming the MVP, which feels odd.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he definitely was the MVP of last year. He was just the ghost MVP, where he was underappreciated, But for our penalty, I mean, I think it was an obvious penalty. What did you guys think?
I think it was an obvious penalty, maybe 2 penalties that should have been taken, but I feel like the refs weren't exactly on our side, but obviously being a fan, I'm going to be like that. But real talk, I don't know why. I have no idea why that wasn't a penalty.
It was a penalty. I mean, I'll give it to him. It was a penalty. But I don't think Garza helped the case at all in the first half. There was a lot of jersey pulling and a lot of falling 3 steps after the player ran past you. So I think those things don't lend themselves to getting you calls later in the game. I believe that. Yeah, Garza got beat a lot, but
he was wearing like a bathrobe by the time he finished. It got ripped so much. Like, what is he wearing?
Right. And I think hearsay on Twitter was that he ripped it off. He got another shirt and then he threw it into the crowd as well, or something like that. So yeah, he was not happy today. He was not a happy customer. Yeah, and our goal, Barco, and a nice dribble move. You kind of talked about it, but. Is that something that we're going to see a lot more from Barco this season, or, is that just, I mean, maybe a one-off?
I think once he gets more comfortable with our team and everybody kind of gets the feel of each other. Again, I think team chemistry is such a huge part of being a successful team. I think once he gets the feel of Mickey and Joseph and Tito and where they're going to be on the field, once they know second nature where oh, Mickey's right there. I feel like once that gets in place, we're going to be sort of pretty much unstoppable. I feel like. I hope so.
I second that. It's a lot of chemistry. It really is. It's never a one-person game. And so, but, I mean, that was a lot of individual talent. You could see it. It's so evident. It was evident in Nashville. I think the rain held that up a lot. You could see, I mean, he was so fast and so technical on the ball that he was often 2 or 3 steps ahead of the ball, and then realized the ball didn't come along. Thank you, Rain. He won't have that problem in Mercedes. So, but it was nice to see him take a shot, like a legitimate shot. Turn around, face the goal, let that thing go, and just see what happens. Because I feel like with the actual starting lineup out there, that's going to lead to a lot of goals. Because deflections, if it hits the post, Joseph's going to eat that up. Because that is how he makes his living. He makes his living off of opportunities, but he needs them to occur. And we also need Romario to watch some Joseph tape.
If Joseph would have been in those final minutes when we had so many crosses in the box, those were Joseph's thing. That is what he does. And if he had been in, I feel like we would have won maybe 3-1, maybe 4-1, because there were that many opportunities in that second half.
We need you for exactly 1.5 seconds.
It's true. Yeah.
That's what a forward's job is.
Yeah, it was that squeaky bum time, and we needed a player to win those headers. Was it strange not to maybe see Vasquez coming in or somebody else that could win a header?
I feel like they're trying to give maybe him more minutes versus Vasquez, because I feel like during the regular season Vasquez is clearly going to come in. 1, he's taller. 2, he's just so much faster. I feel like he's just ready because of last year, because he was already in that position last year.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're trying to give Williams an opportunity, and I feel like he didn't really take advantage of that tonight. But I mean, there's always next game on Saturday, but I feel like Vasquez is here, Romero's down here.
I feel the same, and I can be kind of biased on this, but every time, like if I sit down and run the numbers, the amount of minutes that Vasquez has been on the field, he has produced, whether it's an assist or it's a goal. And, you know, we talked about this earlier with SKC. Peterson got that goal because Vasquez held up 2 players. Allowed Peterson to walk through, put the goalkeeper in a dead space, chip the ball over, and make a relatively easy goal. Yeah, right. He made a goalkeeper have to make a decision. That's what you want a forward to do. The goalkeeper has to make a decision. You're not going to be right all the time. That's what living up top means. And Romario did not. He just didn't do that for me. And I think like Vasquez, especially with the amount of corners they got in this game, could have really capitalized, because Barco, especially when Barco was delivering, Barco puts that ball on a line, on a rope, coming through the box.
He is our Christian Eriksen. I'm a Spurs fan, so that's how it goes.
That's what I put it on. He is our Beckham. I don't care if the corner's coming on the right side. He should still be taking him, because he's putting him on the line, and short corners just don't work. We did it all last season. We were statistically probably the 1 or 2 worst team on set plays from corners ever, until Kratz stepped on the field for like 3 minutes. Other than that, they were horrible. Don't even bother with all the shuffling with whether Miggy's going to take it or let Barco take the kick. Let him take it.